Hi, this movie is designed to show you how to create a project using Roadmap, which is the software for the LIS project directory. First thing you should do is click on the plus button in the upper right corner and select New Project. You want to give your project a name. We will call this one Test Project 2. And we need to give it a start date. We will say it starts today. We need to give it an end date. We'll say it ends on the 26th. Ignore project group and ignore template. And once you hit save, the project then exists, and you can see that various things. You can see roadblocks, items left, time, date left, schedule accuracy, and so forth. The next step would be to add attributes. And so you click on the upper right corner on the little thing that looks a bit like a wheel or a flower. You can see the project name. You could define if you wanted the client. You could put in the project group, which you should ignore. The ones that matter here are on the right. So the status, let's call this one in progress. The area, let's call this one from LIS administration. We can ignore the sponsors for the time being. We should give it a priority. We'll say it's a low priority project. We can say this is a project to demonstrate how to add stuff to the project directory. Hit save. You can describe the complexity. We'll say it's a low complexity. You could add other participants, but you're not required to. You could add other resources, but you're not required to. We could link it to strategic directions. Let's call this an emerging technology piece. You can say which work group is involved in it. You can add many. I'm going to say it's admin. I'm going to hit save. You can say if a team is working on it, you could define what team is working on it. And then you can define what type. Is it an evaluation, an internal, outsource, production, or upgrade? We'll call it an evaluation. Once that's all done, you can hit close, and you now have a project with all of the required attributes. The next step in working on the project is to define work items, which is another word for those is milestones. So we could say do literature review would be the first milestone. Click add. It's then going to say when is it going to start. We'll say today. Let's assume that that's going to go through Friday, and it won't in fact take 32 hours. Let's just say we're going to spend 10 hours on it. We're going to name the responsible party. I will name myself for doing that, and I need to define what role I will be. So I will say I'm an analyst for this bit. Then we could do evaluate platforms might be the next step in that. Again, it's another milestone. We'll say this one is due the following week. We'll move through that. So it's the 8th to the 12th. We're going to pick on Joe Antonioli, and we'll say that he's also going to do an analyst job there, and that he'll spend 12 hours doing that. And we'll add a final task, which is make recommendation. And again, we'll say that will take place the following week. So let's pick the 15th through the 19th. We'll pick on Kellum this time and say she is a developer and she will spend 12 hours on that. And now we save. And so now you will see that we have a project defined with milestones, deadlines, and all of the required attributes. If we go back to the dashboard and were to take a look to see what this looks like, let's check under projects, and we will call this test, and there's test project 2, and there's all of the information that we just added. And that, my friend, is how to make a project in the project directory.